people are mostly welcome for today's session. Wanted to welcome all of you for today's session. I'm so much happy to be here with you people. Back on the topic of yesterday that I've communicated. Somehow the late I ate late lunch, that's why I'm sweating furiously. I'm trying to rough the sweat which is there, at least to rough it out after eating. Somehow I had so I welcome you all. We are going to look on how dowries are being paid up. Said it yesterday over and welcome all of you to join us in this important discussion. I'm by the name of K. John Bingo, the one coordinating this channel today. I'm alone, and I believe when we grow it bigger, that's when we shall be having more people who will be part of this interaction, who will be there for us, who will feed us the information. I'm so much happy this afternoon to be with you people. Okay, let's kick out here now. We're going to start with the reasons because there are those reasons which are taking care of, let me say, cattle. So reasons where they are paying a lot of cattle, it's where these people they rare cattle. That's when they pay more cattle on the as bride fry. Let me say it. Places like the northern Barahazal, Upper Nile, coming this side of Jonglei State, then going to the side of let me say the administrative area where Boma administrative area. These people they pay a lot of cattle, and really it depends from also they consider height, and perhaps coming in the eastern to let me say the side of eastern Equatoria also there are other tribes that they pay like the Toboza, they have the cattle, and then the Buya, these people have the cattle, they normally pay a lot of more cattle. Like now coming also to central Equatoria, when you look at we're having the Mundari tribe where most of the people go for a visit to them, they are also paying a lot of cattle. Like for instance, these people who are just pastoralists, normally they pay a lot of cattle. So let me say first let us talk about the Mundari. The Mundari normally these people they pay right now they pay 50 to 100, and now when you can pay 50 to 100 plus some money which will be there and some other fines which will be there, like for instance if they come they may wanted a bull, then they call for like they pick some other things like sticks, or they make it if they 5 that's 50, if they are 10 need 100 cattle for that particular lady of theirs, and it depends from the family where they are. There are those other mundaris who don't consider cattle, they may only allow something like 25, but mostly from 50 to 100. But it depends from the people, depends from the love of the family, and so ever you have the friendship, that's where they can go after there. Now going to Dinka tribe, the Dinkas normally they pay from 100 up to 500 cattle. If you are ready to come and maybe marry from South Sudan, prepare around 100 cattle for you. And then they are normally those other ladies who are picked for competition. Like whensoever there is a competition, if when two people come out, the other one may pick something like 150 cattle. If the other one pick 120 and then plus some money, then some other correlatos, like there are some assets that they may give like the cars. There are those ones who are giving the B8s just to marry a lady. And how much is B8? It's more than even that 150 cattle. That one, it's more. We find them giving the B8, and some are giving even plots all just houses that they are building. So marriage here in South Sudan, it's very expensive. So you have to marry according to where maybe you are, the region where you are, because if you don't have the cattle, the reason why there is a lot of cattle raiding, it's all because of the payment of cattle. You may get educated at the end. Those ones who are educated without because there is no time. Like let me say, there is no time that you can make a lot of money for you to buy maybe these cattle. Now at the end they go for cattle raiding. Someone who have gone to school going for cattle raiding, really, really sad for this nation that these things are happening. How you find someone who is educated at the end being shot or gunned down from where he is. Uh-huh. Just really, it's very, very, very hard to believe that. Normally, those ones like this missile, Northern Barazano, also they are still paying a lot of cattle for that lady, and at the end they mishandle these ladies at the end. Let me say, pertaining family things that the one taking care of the family, and it's really very hard for the Mundari. You can find a woman, it's the one taking care of that family. Uh-huh. Okay, thank you. Someone is asking me which language are you speaking. I'm using English right now for speaking, but my best language that I am like my mother tongue, it's a Kuku, which is from the Bari speaking community. I normally love to speak it, and I knows how to speak it very well and fluent. I can even write. I can read it. Surely so much happy. Thank you, Nixon Tarimo. Thank you for the question and really here payment of like let me talk about our own tribe. Like our own tribe, normally they value that relationship when you have even you can take that lady with the maybe no any other item, but you people will be asked maybe to write some letters, and the letters normally they don't consider with a lot of money, or else when you wanted to know like that to know your relationship and perhaps being relatives, like we call it a letter for tukaran. It's really, really very good. And whensoever you asked for it, you take it. It's free. When you take it already, you have that relationship with that family. And then you can take maybe some dowries like a 4 to 5, 4 to 6 cattle. Normally, that's my tribe. Then plus some money that you'll be asked. Whensoever this lady is educated, they may not call for anything like school fees. But if the lady, you convince her while she's still in the school, you find all the time they be they will not be considered. uh They may not be considered, which is surely very good. And now, whensoever you you have that relationship, they will call for few things only. There are other items like they call for digging. They are calling for that normally. And whensoever these things you have paid them or you have not paid them, all they can allow you to have that family you can produce with that lady and normally have bear the children. Now after bearing the children, you can just continue ahead and you look for whatsoever they have asked for. And whensoever they ask for, you give them, they will feel happy, just will receive the blessing. Even though you don't have that money, they can still give you the blessings. Don't worry. That's all with my tribe. The cattle, maybe if 6, you have even cleared most of everything when you pay all that, which is a little bit cheaper compared to the 100 cattle. 50 cattle people are paying. Really, really, it is very, very hard for me. For I myself, I cannot manage to raise that because I'm not even having a single cow. How will I go for all that? Is more expensive. Have marriages. So there are many of the youths here in South Sudan who have not married because of all the payment of dowry that have restricted them in getting married. So, what about in your country? How do people get married? Do they request for few items or they go for many items? Let me know at the comment section. Let us keep discussing. Let me know. Maybe I may also get a woman from that community of yours that I could wanted to marry. And it surely feels great to marry also outside rather than marrying at the location where you are in, as we have been discussing together with you people on how the impact of intermarriage have really, really helped us. And if we can do that intermarriage, I hopefully believe it will be okay to show love, to show togetherness in the world. Living together, it's what we wanted to, for peace to reign, for everything to happen. I'm welcoming you people. How are the marriages in your area? Let's make it together. Let's work together. Let's do it in the name of love, in the name of togetherness. if we can do it really, I feel it is very important for us to do it. So necessary for us to do it. Here it is not easy for you to get married. But when you get married, you find that those are the disciplined ladies, and that you find them they are really really good, and we can keep on going and going all the time, in whatsoever situations that we have. You find you get a good wife and you get better one. But here in South Sudan, it depends from the region. Be, be those ones who are here in South Sudan, at least those ones who are planning to visit, for you to play with a lady or to have a relationship. When you conquer that lady, maybe how you have to know how much they are paying, how much they are doing, because they are those other tribes. Not easy. They don't believe in foreigners, and whensoever you tackle their daughter, their daughter or else their son, it will be very hard for you. It will be very hard for you. So try to get convinced on how, or else ask someone who's there to give you an information about this lady, because otherwise they may try to hurt you in one way or another. So let's try to work together. Let's try to push together for us to work in every situation, because living, those ones who are visiting, at least get to know before you get into more relationship, because there will be trouble somewhere when you don't know, don't really understand it. It's surely very hard here in South Sudan. Like, there was a competition between two people. There was one who picked like $100,000 plus 123 kit of cattle plus B8 for a lady, because the lady was very very tall, and they compare. By then they have been using a tall lady normally is taken to the middle, and then animals are normally graze around, they normally bring, and for you, until when the lady is not seen by then, for you to marry that lady, then that the cattle are enough. Isn't it happening in your community that a lady is normally placed in the middle of the cattle, then cattle are all brought together, and then whensoever they are brought together, and then when the lady is not appearing with that height and is seen from far, then the cattle are taken to that particular lady's home. Really, is it happening in your area? It have happened here in my nation, South Sudan. It have happened here where I'm living. So these are things which are happening about marriages. I have prepared to something like for the Mondari tribes, they can go for 50 to 100. There are some that can consider maybe from 25. You go to a panel, mostly the ring and the middle, they go for 100 cattle, 50 cattle, 25. These are the numbers of head of cattle plus some money plus some cash. So let's try. Let's try to know. Let me try to know from your area. How is the dowry? Isn't it all about money? Isn't it all about cattle? What do they consider? I know there are other tribes in Uganda that that are not considering um, full cloth with the court for your father-in-law. From there, they will start. You can pay some other few things, some few items, and then from there you marry. Really, 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 it is so hard here in South Sudan. But in other areas like in Uganda, I've experienced there are few things which are called, few things which have been called. I've seen and I've traveled those ends. I have known how they are paying the dowries and these ends of ours, which is so hard. But especially my tribe things are low, perhaps within Equatoria. You said the Kakwa, the Pojulu, they are demanding for a lot of things, a lot of money, but the cattle are not all that many. But then the Kakwa, they are good, they are just few things. Then my tribe only, if you can raise up to something like six for cattle, so two, then they can leave you. Then plus some money for your mother's in law. These are the things which are happening. Really, really, I'm so much happy, so much happy to be with you people, so much happy to share the dowries, how they are paid here in South Sudan. And so ever you wanted to show to the world that you have that money, come and marry from South Sudan. And then you pay a lot of cattle, so you find yourself over the media, over everywhere. They will talk about you for you to show that you have that money. it's all about show up here in South Sudan, which is the pride of the community. But at the end, you will not see this money even at the community whensoever these things are paid. Fine, there's little development. The only thing they do is only to give out this money to the people who are there, the people who do normally they are even even